All right, 4th grade. We are going to continue with our paper chandeliers. We've got them all ready to go. Now we have all this straight paper, which is kind of boring. So we got a few techniques that we can do to make this a little bit more interesting. So with each strip of paper, we need to do something to it. Step number 1 is we can do a loop. A loop is when I just take the bottom of my paper and I curl it up underneath itself, like this. You can see I've made a loop. Whenever I want to get anything to stick, obviously that's not going to stay on its own. I'm going to use my glue dots. So just like last time, I pull this off. I'm going to stick my glue dot where I want it to hold my paper, and then I'll stick my paper down on top of it, give it a quick hold. Now that paper's not going to go anywhere. Okay, so this is a basic loop. You can also do a double loop. A double loop is when I take the piece up under it and I attach it to the top of it. So now, it's hard for me to show you at the side. So now it's a double loop. So obviously I need to attach that. So I always kind of test and see where I want it to go first. So I know, okay, so I want it to go there and I want it to stay there. So this is where I need it to stick. So I'll put my glue dot where I need it to stick, press it down, pull the leftover little sticky paper off, and bring my piece where I want it to go. Okay. So now my paper's double looped. Another thing I can do is I can curl my paper. To make my paper curl, I can either curl it under or I can curl it up. That is up to me. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my pencil. And I'm going to take my ribbon, my paper, I'm going to curl it around my pencil, and I'm going to press and hold it just for a moment. And when I let go and undo my pencil, I can take it out. Okay. Now my paper is in a curl. Okay. I can make a ribbon loop with my paper. So to do a ribbon design, I'll bring it up and push it down back to the spot. I'll bring it up and push it back down to the spot. So it's kind of like a little roller coaster wave there. Now I'm going to need 2 glue dots because I can see that I need it. If I don't have something there, well, it just pops right back up. I want this one to come up as well. So you can see that by using the glue dots, I can get it to do multiple things. So I've got 2 little waves happening here for my ribbon wave. Stick that up there and I'm good to go. All right, so now when I see this from the side, it's getting a lot more interesting. So I'm gonna keep going all the way down. My goal is I don't ever wanna see, I want the cardboard to stay generally covered. So I don't wanna see a whole lot of like empty gaps. So I wouldn't wanna pull this all the way up and have this big empty gap here. Instead, I would wanna maybe do a loop or maybe take it down and do a downward ribbon or a spiral, but I wouldn't want to like put this one all the way up so that I can see my cardboard. I want my papers to cover my cardboard up. So then when it's seen from the side, it's gonna look really interesting. So we're gonna do this to both sides. It's easiest to do one side first. Then when you do the second side, it gets a little more complicated because you have to not smash the first side. But the first side's easy. So I'm gonna keep going here.